right, everyone. Thanks for joining in today. This right here, if you haven't seen our van tour,
yeah, you're going to want to pop back over right now. Here's a link. Watch our van tour video because this video is all about answering the questions that we got in the comments from our van tour.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for being so interactive with the comments. We appreciate all the kind words about the van. And we also appreciate all the questions and the correspondence that's going on in this little community. And so that's super cool. So let's jump right into the questions. And I think the first thing that we get asked all the time relates to height and weights and stuff like that. But we built the van for a worldwide journey. And so we have left the United States and are currently in Mexico, but we plan to go to South America, well, to 6 continents, really. And so a lot of people are curious how we get across the oceans and all that other stuff. And we have to put it in a container ship. Mm. Yeah, and we have to, and it goes on a boat and then gets shipped across the ocean.
Yeah. So we'll be dealing with customs and shipping yards, and our first go-rounds, we'll probably get an agent to help us, but maybe we'll get experienced enough to wing some of that by ourselves. But a lot of people that do know about shipping containers and shipping vehicles overseas and stuff like that, yes, we do know we are a bit tall, which brings us to the next question. How does this thing fit into a shipping container? Because, we have that attic on top, which is awesome for extra storage, but it does make us a bit tall. Curt actually designed and built that attic. And part of the design was that he built it into 2 pieces so he can take it off. Now, it's not something that happens in an hour or 2. It's going to be a couple of day process. So when we get to wherever we're going to be shipping from, we'll have to probably rent an Airbnb with a driveway, take that off, and then we're going to lower the air pressure in the tires extremely. And then we're hoping, plan A, we're hoping by taking the attic off, taking the fans off, and lowering the air pressure that we will squeeze into a container. Plan B is we will have container wheels made, which means we will take the tires completely off, put some either metal, and we've actually just recently seen it done with really thick plywood, wheels on there right outside the container, change the wheels and drive it in. So that's plan B. We hope we don't have to go there, but the first time we do this is going to be Panama to Colombia. So whenever we do that, I think it'll make for a very interesting video.
Yeah, but the van height, so to the top of the solar panels, the complete height is 10 feet, 2 inches. So from all the way to the top of the solar panels. Once we take the solar panels off, we're just under 9 feet. And so there's a camera backup light back there. And so right at that, it's about a ½ inch below 9 feet. So if we took that off, obviously it'd give us a bit more clearance. And so it'll be interesting.
And then lower the wheels.
Yeah.
So the van weight, we get asked about this a lot, guys. And we do know that we did not build this thing to be extremely light. And that does go back to that this thing was built for a journey around the world. So it has a lot of the creature comforts that you would have in a home, which we do know adds weight. But fully loaded, water, fuel, 2 kitty cats and 2 humans, all the provisions that come with living in this thing, we come in 300 pounds right underneath the capacity that this vehicle is rated for. It is a 3,500 diesel 4x4, so it does have a higher weight rating. So, but what else did we do, Curt, to kind of help with that?
I mean, with that weight load, again, we knew we were going to be, heavier in a van. Obviously, it'd like to be lighter. And so we knew we were going to be a bit heavy, but we did get some beefed up suspension. So we added another leaf and then another leaf spring. And then we also got new improved shocks. And that made a huge difference with the handling. We also got a new sway bar, a beefed up sway bar. And so all of that suspension work really helped to smooth out the ride. And I think kind of helped offset some of the additional weight that we have loaded up in the van.
Yeah. So the attic, a lot of people ask about that in the fans.
Yeah, there's a lot of curious about the attic. And I think from the outside, the attic looks like sort of a sealed box. And it's really not. There's air spaces between the lid and the top, and there's other places where air can flow through that. And so the concept is when the fans are opened, then they can circulate air even when the panels are closed. And so there's enough clearance to do that. And then there's enough airflow inside the attic that doesn't choke out those max air fans. Now, one thing that I kind of have been thinking about is sort of an attic fan. So on one end of the attic, maybe put a fan that sucks sort of some of that hot air out and get some circulation in there. I don't know if it's worth the energy effort, but something I been thinking about.
Yeah. So no matter how good the if air fans work, our max air fans with the solar up or down, we are going to be going to some places where the weather's going to be extreme. So let's talk Sahara Desert. So yes, a lot of you asked, we do have air conditioning in this van. It is a Pro Air 12-volt system. Most of it is mounted under the van. There is a piece that's mounted in our garage, and we have ductwork that goes to 2 vents over the bed, 1 vent right here in the shower area, and 1 vent right here over my head. And it's actually running right now, and it feels awesome.
Yeah, so the air conditioner's on right now, guys.
Yeah. So, and for heat, born and raised in Florida, so I plan on avoiding extremely freezing cold conditions as much as possible. But we know going around the world, we are going to encounter that. We do have heat in this van. It is an S-bar diesel heater that is mounted under our passenger seat, and it gets the van pretty toasty pretty quick.
Yeah. And a lot of people ask about how we clean up the shower and what that process is. Now, we do a recirculating shower maintenance video, but Snow, you want to just give them a quick rundown?
All right, so right here, I'm going to put in a little video clip that shows you how we turn the shower area into the shower. So then, of course, we showered everything, but we had a lot of people ask, how long does it take to dry that shower out once we're done showering so we can put it back into the hallway/dining room area? It actually does not take long at all. We have a nice little squeegee in there, so whoever goes last, it's their job to squeegee everything down. And then by the time, you brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you get dressed, and you just do the little things you got to do after the shower. By the time we both do that, we have both max air fans running for some circulation to kind of vent everything out. I'd say that thing's dry in 15 to 20 minutes, and we can put it back together. So it's not a long process at all.
No. And really, one of the things you get used to, or at least we do in a small space like a van, is we're always wiping down surfaces anyway and cleaning them with disinfectant and things like that. That's something we did even before the COVID was a threat. But we're always wiping stuff. That's a small space. It's easy peasy to keep it super clean in here. And we just go ahead and take that little effort to do it. And it's not that big of a deal.
So the next one, when we were building the van, our friends would come over, our neighbors would come over. And the very first thing everyone would say once it started to take shape and they'd come in and they'd say, "Where's the TV?"
Yeah.
So what'd you tell them, Curt?
We didn't move into a van to sit on the couch and watch TV. We moved into a van to get off the couch, to get out in the world, connect with nature, and explore, and to do that. And so I feel like if we brought a TV into the van, we'd sort of be defeating the purpose. Yeah. Now, in all honesty, there's sometimes when the weather maybe is not so good or something like that. We both have laptops. Obviously, we do a lot of editing and work on the computers anyway. But if there's a YouTube video or something we want to watch or news we can catch up, we can always use our computers.
But one thing, and we did consider this briefly, but it went off our list pretty quick. I am sitting right by where I think we would have mounted a TV if we were going to put one. I think you could have put a small TV right here behind us on a swivel mount where you could have saw it from the front seats or from the bed, swivel it out. But it's just not something that we were looking for.
Yeah, I would have done a projector with a drop screen somewhere.
Yeah, we did talk about it, but we decided that our TV is actually right there. You want to tell them about that?
But after being in the van for a bit, without a TV, the screen door was just a major hit because it opened up the van. It brought the outside in and the inside out. So now if we're just sitting here on the couch, we have a beautiful view, provided we're not in like a Home Depot parking lot or something. But we can park so we have some nice scenic views. We can still keep the van closed up and the air conditioner on if we want, or open it. And it just really added to a lot of life and open space to the van. Really helped us connect with nature and get outside.
So a lot of you guys ask, where'd we get the screen door? How'd we build the screen door? Curt designed and built it. It was a labor of love. It wasn't something that happened easily. There was a lot of trial and error. We are having some van plans drawn up right now, so you can go to our website, which will be in the description or right here, and sign up to get more information on the van plans. But it is definitely a game changer. So yeah, you want to look at one of those.
No, I will tell you that a couple of the questions that came up just quite a bit were, do you have van plans? Are you going to have anything together? And so definitely working to see what that's going to look like. So you want to stay tuned for that.
Tuned.
But
yeah.
Another thing is a lot of people, they caught on to the laundry chute, but then they had the question of, once it goes in the chute, where does it go from there?
It magically goes into a washing machine and washes itself.
Yeah.
No, I wish. So a lot of people do ask about our laundry. I'm going to show you in just a second how we get the laundry out. And at the beginning of this journey, we did have a very small little washer spinner that just seemed to be more trouble than it was worth. When you don't live on a schedule like you do in the normal corporate world, going to the laundromat for a couple hours isn't such an inconvenience. You know, so we do laundromats, and here in Mexico, we're lucky that it's cheap enough that we get to drop it off and go back a few hours later and it's all folded and clean, and that's nice.
Yeah.
But we do know that sometimes we may be washing some clothes in this sink, and that's okay too. So how do we get the laundry out of the laundry hamper? I'm going to show them.
Okay.
So I just stand right here, guys. You lift the mattress just a hair, and then it's right here. I literally can reach right into that basket and just pull the dirty clothes out, put them in a laundry bag, and that's it. I mean, you lift the mattress and grab the dirty clothes out just like you would your hamper at home.
Yeah, they come out the same way they go in, basically. But
here's a biggie. Curt, you want to tell them about this one?
Well, yeah, and we're from Florida, and we are spending a lot of time in the South. So the winterizing and all the heating stuff is not stuff that we talk a lot about because we just don't experience it on a daily basis. But it is something we have thought about. Along the way, we've added some winterizing systems to the van for the under chassis plumbing. And I do cover that in some other videos. So I won't go into a lot of detail here. But I will just tell you that I recirculate warm water in ultra cold situations through my hydronic heating system to help heat that water and circulate the water to keep the pipes from freezing and heat the underside of the van. And so that's one of the things. And then also I've insulated all those water pipes underneath the van with like a 1/2-inch AC line insulator. And so that helps to insulate them. And then, as I said, in worst case scenarios, I'm recirculating that warm water. And so again, I cover those in some of the Tech Talk videos, but that we get asked that all the time.
Most of these questions, Curt, or one of our past videos, or one of Curt's Tech Talk videos actually cover this.
Yep.
So if you want to know more about any one of these, I'm going to put every link to those videos in the description of this video. So you'll be able to go check that out and get all the info you want. But we appreciate everybody that tuned in for our van tour video and followed up with this van tour Q&A video. We just got hammered with so many questions in the comments that we thought this was the best way to answer all of those for you guys.
And we really appreciate the comments, guys. I mean, we've learned a lot about who's out there and watching us and the content that you all are interested in. And we just enjoy hearing from y'all. So appreciate that.
So don't forget to hit the bell so you know when we put out new videos. Give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, guys. Come along on this journey around the world with us.
We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new videos. To see behind the scenes action and help support our journey, head over to our YouTube membership page. You can find the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a few days.